there? Pramod is there? Yeah. The end of the class, you sing. We'll continue with Chaitanya Bhagavat. Today is appearance day of Gopal Bhatta Goswami also, but we'll do a little bit because most of the time we have discussed that past time. 17th chapter, 44th verse. And about Ramchandra Kaviraj, we can put the text they can read. 17th chapter, 64th verse. Tave prabhutanasthane anumati laya tirthashadha karibare vashila vasiya. So now here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has met Ishwarpuri. That's the pastime. So Lord took leave of Ishwarpuri and went to offer oblations to his father. It is in the previous verses it is said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he sees Ishwarpuri, he says, oh, my journey to Gaya has become successful. Here, Ishwarpuri is also very happy to see Gausundar. It is said, just by seeing you, Gausundar is saying, millions of forefathers are immediately freed from material bondage. It is said, just by serving our spiritual master and feeling indebted to a spiritual master, all the miseries, even the millions of forefathers, they are also freed. Bhavad vida bhagavatas tirtha bhuta swayam vibho tirthi kurvanti tirthani swantastena gadavrita. You are yourself a tirtha. In fact, you purify the tirthas. So here, feeling that type of submission and surrenderance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I surrender unto you. Guru padashrayas tasmat Krishna dikshadi shikshanam vishrambhena guru sveva sadhu vartman vartanam. It's very important. Guru padashrayas tasmat. Nectar of devotion fills this. First take the ashraya of Guru. Then dikshadi shiksha grahanam. Guru seva and the following the footprints of sadhu. Guru padashraya tasmat. Krishna dikshadi shikshanam. Vishrambhena guru seva sadhu vartmanu vartanam. This verse, learn it, memorize this verse. Guru padashri tasmat. First take the shelter of Guru. Krishna dikshadi shikshanam. Vishrambhena guru seva. Vishrambhena guru seva means continuously serve Guru. Sadhu vartmanu vartanam. So in this way, I beg to make you drink the nectar of Krishna's lotus feet. Make me drink, he says. Please give me Krishna Bhakti. Without going further. Now here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ishwarpuri, they have exchanged many other pleasing words, which will be described in the future by Vedavyasa. The Lord then took leave of Ishwarpuri and went to offer
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry to disturb you, Mataji. Mataji, 44 shloka.
Okay. It's 44th now?
Yeah, Mataji.
I saw 64.
Yeah.
Very now. The 44th.
Mataji.
44th. Yesterday it was not completed always?
No, Mataji. We have to read the purport. 44 shloka.
Gaur Sundar then began to manifest ecstatic devotion service for the benefit of the entire world. So why it was put 64 in that? 1 minute, let me see. I saw this.
Mataji, I have 44, Mataji.
Yes, it's 44. I saw 64. So the tears flowed from the eyes of the lotus, from the eyes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he looked at the lotus feet of Lord. Gaurchandra then began to manifest ecstatic devotional service for the benefit of the entire world. Sarva Jagatera Bhagye Prabhu Gaurachandra Prema Bhakti Prakasheda Tarila Arambha. Sri Gaurasundar appeared in this world to bestow eternal benefit on the universe. So far, he had not manifested any sign of awarding devotional, loving service, loving devotion to the people of this world. So till now, that loving devotion has not been given. But after seeing the lotus feet of Lord at Gaya, he inaugurated his fasting of awarding lotus loving devotion to the people of the world. Understanding that these lotus feet of the Lord had appeared in the material world to give pious persons, pious persons who are free from the clutches of impersonalism an opportunity to serve the lotus feet, the Lord became overwhelmed with the 8 ecstatic transformations of ecstatic love. So now here it is said that lotus feet of the Lord, just by serving the lotus feet of the Lord, what will happen? One gets freed from the concept of impersonalism. Being bereft of Krishna's service, people who are averse to Krishna in this world maintain the sinful desire of becoming the Lord or the enjoyer of the material world. When after destroying the conditioned soul's desire for material enjoyment or liberation, the lotus feet of the Lord appear in the living entity's purified heart, then their propensity for serving the Lord is awakened. Just to exhibit and preach this great truth, the Lord accepted the dress of a devotee and had darshan of the lotus feet of Gadadhar through his service inclined senses. When living entities bound by gross and subtle chains wander throughout the material sky, they remain averse to the service of the Lord. But when their service propensity is awakened on the strength of mercy received from Hari, Guru, and Vaishnava, then the lotus feet of the Lord become the object of those servants' awakened spiritual propensity. So even to awaken our spiritual potency, we need to have the mercy of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnava. Without a service mentality, one cannot become fortunate enough to see the form of the Lord. Without the piety resulting from devotional service, one's faith does not awaken. On the strength of piety born of devotees' mercy, living entity receives the opportunity to hear topics of Lord Hari. Sometimes, on the strength of piety born from Krishna's mercy, a living entity becomes freed from the bondage to material sense objects and thus encounters the worshipable Lord Krishna. This is spiritual vision. When after full surrender, living entity hears and glorifies topics of Lord Krishna and the propensity of his consciousness is constantly engaged in the service of Krishna, this is the result of piety born of a devotee's mercy. In spite of being the only worshipable object of all surrendered souls, Sri Gaur Sundar considered himself a servant of the worshipable object and thus began to propagate transcendental love of Krishna by chanting his glories. The 8 transformations of ecstatic love manifested in the body of Lord as a result of seeing the lotus feet of Gadadhar marked the beginning of his propagation of loving devotional service. So in this way, the benefits of worshipping the lotus feet of Lord has been given. One comes out of the wrong theory of impersonalism. When you say lotus feet, naturally the person, he is a person. So when he is a person, you are worshipping his lotus feet, then all our miseries are automatically removed. Now here, enacting the role of a devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is worshipping the lotus feet of Lord at Gaya. Avichinnaha Ganga Vahe Prabhura Nayane Parama Adbhuta Sabadekhe Vipragane. All the Brahmanas were startled to see the tears flowing from the lotus eyes like the unbroken flow of Ganga. To cry for Krishna also requires mercy of Krishna. It's not so easy to cry for Krishna also. Everything requires mercy. To chant the holy name also requires mercy of Krishna. To glorify him also requires his mercy. To serve him also requires his mercy. And his mercy flows through Guru Acharya and Vaishnavas. Daiva yoge Ishvara puri o sei kshane Ailena Ishvara Ichhayase Sthane. By the divine will of the Supreme Lord, at that moment, Sri Ishwar Puri arrived at that place. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Yasya prasadan nagati kutopi. One cannot directly worship Krishna. Again here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu intentionally shows this Leela. To worship Krishna, one needs spiritual master. You cannot just say, I'm a dham vasi, I can do whatever. No, I know Krishna. Krishna is our house person only. It's not so easy to love Krishna. To love Krishna, one has to be trained in Krishna consciousness, and for that one needs Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. So now here, showing that when he is worshipping Lord, Lord has given the benefit of attaining Diksha Guru. Now Ishvara Puri is Diksha Guru. That time it is not Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru are two different people. No. Shiksha Guru is also not different actually. He is an instrument in the hands of Diksha Guru. Now Ishwar Puri arrives at this place when Lord Gaur Sundar's hair stood on end out of love of God while seeing his own lotus feet. Just see. He's seeing his own lotus feet. By the will of the Lord and by providence, Sri Ishwara Puri Pad arrived there as a Mahanta Guru to serve his own Lord by assisting him in his pastimes. Now Ishwar Puri's Guru is Krishna only. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu non-different from Krishna. He is seeing his own lotus feet and crying. And Ishwar Puri is coming here to assist Lord in his pastime. To disclose that he is descendant of Sripada Purna Pragya Madhvacharya Ananta Tirtha in the Vedic disciplic succession. Sri Gaur Sundar, who is the supreme Lord of all Acharyas, inspired Ishwar Puri to come here. So we are coming from Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Srimad Purna Pragya Madhvacharya Ananda Tirtha. Ananda Tirtha is another name of Madhvacharya. Ananda Tirtha. His childhood name is Vasudeva. He's Purna Pragya. Now see, three names are given here. Madhvacharya's three names, Purna Pragya, Madhvacharya, Ananda Tirtha. We are coming from this disciplic succession. That means Gaur Sundar has accepted Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. He accepted to take initiation from this Sampradaya. ईश्वर पुरी रे देखी श्री गौर सुंदर नमस्करिलेन अति करिया आदर. On seeing Ishwar Puri, Gaur Sundar respectfully offered him obeisances. Ishwar Puri, O Gaurachandrera dekhiya alingana karilena maha harshahaya. Ishwar Puri was also delighted to see Gaur Sundar and he happily embraced him. Dohankara Vigraha Duhankara Prema Jale Sinchita Haila Premananda Kutuhale. In the ecstasy of meeting each other, they both became soaked with tears of love. You see the love between the Guru and the Shishya. Now, who is Guru? Who is Shishya? Actually, Krishna is Guru and Ishwar Puri is the Shishya. But in the Bhauma Leela, now Ishwar Puri becomes the Guru and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Shishya. So when they meet there should be an ecstasy experienced by both. That means when the Guru sees the disciple, he should also be in ecstasy. He should not be frustrated in seeing the disciple. For that, disciple has to work very hard. He has to serve the spiritual master to such an extent that spiritual master also feels that ecstasy. And it should be very simple, Saumya, completely filled with Karuna. And in the same way, the Guru, the Shishya also should experience the bliss in meeting the spiritual master. As an affectionate, unalloyed, confidential disciple of Madhavendra Puri, who is the original seeding of the desire tree of love of God, Ishwar Puri Pad is attached to Prema Bhakti, loving devotional service. Now, Madhavendra Puri introduced Parakiya Bhavarasa and also introduced the loving devotional service. Now, loving devotional service is present right from Brahma in the disciplic succession. But this Parakiya Bhavarasa has been introduced by Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri's disciple is Ishwar Puri Pada. By seeing Gaur Sundar's display of a devotee's characteristics, The eternally perfect mood of the devotees was enhanced and manifested. Now, for the benefit of the people, the flower-like transformations of ecstatic love enjoyed between the Lord and the topmost devotee and Mahanta Guru destroyed the contamination in the polluted hearts of persons who were averse to Krishna. Just by seeing the love of Guru and the disciple, just by seeing the service of the disciple to the Guru, the mercy of Guru to the disciple, others' contaminated heart will automatically go away. They will have affection for Krishna. Being filled with wonderful ecstasy, Sri Gaur Sundar began to describe the glories of the lotus feet of the spiritual master, who is a bestower of transcendental knowledge and who is the unlimited superior to Gaya Tirtha. Now, spiritual master is superior to even Tirtha. You serve the spiritual master, Tirthi Kuruvanti Tirthani. You just serve spiritual master, that is enough. Prabhu bole Kaya Yatra Safala Amara Yatakshane Dekhilana Charana Tumhara. My journey to Gaya has become successful the moment I saw your lotus feet. While wandering throughout the 14 worlds under the shelter of karma and jnana, by good fortune and piety resulting from devotional service, the living entity receives the opportunity to see the lotus feet of the spiritual master, who is a reservoir of the seed of devotional service. Just by seeing the spiritual master, one's unauthorized, mundane, sensual, argument-based knowledge is checked, and the topmost shining glories of devotional service manifest in the heart. This is the fruit of visiting holy places. Srimad Bhagavad Bhakti Vinod Thakur, the crest jewel of the Mahajanas, has written in the Kalyana Kalpataru as follows. Manatumi tirthe sadarata, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantiya, Dwaravate, Ara Acheyata. My dear mind, you are always attached to different places of pilgrimage. Ayodhya, Mathura, Haridwar, Kashi, Kanchi, Avanti, and Dwaraka. And you want to travel also. So we'll read this tomorrow. The glories of the spiritual master and the glories of visiting the holy places. It is said, if a person gets the shelter of the spiritual master, that is enough. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasad Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. If a person gets the bhagya of getting the association of Guru, then his life is successful. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Sri Rangam in the South Yatra, he visited Sri Rangam. That time it was Chaturmas which was going on. And here Gopala, he comes and pays obeisance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not knowing his name, but he is Sarvantaryami. He knows, though superficially one may think, he was not introduced to Gopal, but still this Gopal was just a small boy of 5 years. He says, oh Gopal, please get up. He is Venkat Bhatta's son. Gopala Bhatta is Venkat Bhatta's son. Venkat Bhatta was a senior priest in Sri Rangam. Now for 4 months, Venkat Bhatta offered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to stay in his home. When he saw the ecstatic symptoms of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood he is not an ordinary person. He is Lord himself. So here, Gopala Bhatta, who was a very small boy, 4 to 5 years boy, he got the opportunity to massage the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now we are describing the lotus feet of the Lord. Just by serving the lotus feet of Lord, many people are benefited. Millions of people are benefited even by seeing that. One is benefited, all millions of sins goes away. Now Gopal Bhatta Goswami, they are all manjaris of the eternal world. Now he got the opportunity to massage the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to Gaya, what is he seeing? He is seeing his own lotus feet and is going in ecstasy. So when he is massaging the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his tears used to flow. Gopala Bhatta's tears used to flow. He used to express the desire of going with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed him that first perform your duty as a son. Finish off your duty as a son. You don't have to get married, but look after your parents. Because their parents are Sri Vaishnavas. Serving. Amita, mute your phone. Okay. So now they are Sri Vaishnavas, head priest of Sri Rangam. Serving the Vaishnavas is serving Guru, is serving Lord, is equal. Vaishnava, Guru, Krishna. So the instruction was first serve your parents who are Sri Vaishnavas, who are the head, actually is the head priest. And Venkata Bhatta has so much of love for Ranganatha. So after completing your duties, then come to Vrindavan. So Gopala Bhatta goes to Vrindavan. From there, he again travels to Nepal. You have Gandaki river. That Gandaki river, when he was taking bath, few Shaligram entered his Kamandalu. Then again he put back them in the water. Again they entered his Kamandalu. It went on happening like this. Then he understood that he has to take this Shaligram for worship. So this time in Vrindavan Yatra we had visited. Every time we visit, this time also we visited Gopala Bhatta Goswami's Samadhi and Radha Ramana Prakatya Sthali. So here now all the Shaligram were brought. They were kept hanging on the tree, because where will he keep? There was only a tree, then just kept them on the tree. A merchant comes, cloth merchant, selling the dress of the deities. Gopala Bhatta had the desire to buy them, but then he doesn't have a deity with hands and legs. So then that day it was Narsimha Jayanti. He goes and takes bath in Yamuna. When he comes back, he's shocked to see that the deities, that there was a wonderful deity, one of the Shaligram, took the form of a Radha Ramana deities. So Radha Ramana, Pranadhana. Whose Pranadhana they are? Gopala Bhatta's Pranadhana. So Gopala Bhatta served Radha Raman. It is said the temple worship in Radha Raman is so standardized that Srila Prabhupada says, if you want to learn the deity worship, the perfect deity worship, then one should go to Radha Raman temple. Generally, when people go alone to Vrindavan, they hardly visit the 7 important temples of the Acharyas, Goswamis. One of the 7 important temples of Goswami is Radharaman temple. So the perfect deity worship goes there. And it's also said the deities are so perfect. They were not carved, they are Swayam Vyakta deities. If you see the sharpness of the deities, their nails, their eyes, everything are so perfect. And also it is said, the deities, they go on growing one mustard size every day. These are the glories of Radharaman temple, Radharaman deities, who appeared seeing the bhakti of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. Lord manifests himself just by seeing the bhakti. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So any doubts? Today is birthday of Jumur. Jumur should sing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Daya Karo More. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo More. On your audio.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Just introduce the song a little bit.
Your voice is not clear, Jumur. Keep your sound.
Hare Krishna, is it clear now?
Sing.
So this song is called Savarana Shri Gaura Pada Padme Prarthana. This is prepared by Shri Narottam Das Thakur, And this song is very favorite of ours because the mood of this song is prarthana, which is prayer. So how he shows through this song that how should one be praying to Sri Shachinandan Gaurahari, what should be the mood, and what are the things that we should ask for. So I will just start singing that, and in the end I will just uh, explain the meaning in maybe 1 minute. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Koru More तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु तव अवतारा मुसम पतिता प्रभु न पाई बिहारा आह प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपा बलकन करो আমি বড় দুঃখী দয়া করো সীতাপতি অদ্বৈত গোসাই তব কৃপা বলে পাই চৈতন্য নিতাই হা স্বরূপ সনাতন रूप रघुनाथा भट जुग श्री जीवा हा प्रभु लोकनाथा दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवासा रामचंद्र संगा मांगे नरोत्तम दासा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. I'm very grateful to all of you. My morning started with the presence of all the pure devotees and their blessings. So it cannot be any more wonderful than this. Thank you very much. In this song, Narottam Das Thakur, he himself being such a pure devotee, he asks for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, who is the source of entire mercy in this world. And he says that please have mercy on me, and he asks for association of all the Goswamis. And then Nityananda Prabhu, he says that Nityananda Prabhu is Premananda Sukhi, he is always happy. So by having a glance of Nityananda Prabhu, he says that by that kripa, by that glance, I am so patit and I am so dukhi. Just by your glance, I will also become happy. And there is no more, like there is no patit like me. There is not a fallen soul like me. So please, your avatar, Krishna's avatar, who is full of mercy, please be kind on me. And then he prays to all the 6 Goswamis, and then his very dear friend Ramachandra. So he asks for the association of all the pure devotees so that he can also progress in his devotional journey. So our mood should also be like this. We should also keep singing and keep remembering all this song. And through all these prayers, we should also make our life in such a way that we are always able to remember all the devotees, be in their association, keep chanting and keep progressing. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Yesterday in Nectar of Devotion, we studied some prarthana. So this is an example of some prarthana, expressing the prayers, the eagerness, some prarthana to serve the Lord. This also has the mood. This in this some prarthana. The next is expressing one's worthlessness. That is also there, and laulyam is also there. Why this laulyam is there? Because lalasa mahi is at the bhava stage. Daya karo more, that is there. That is prarthana. At the same time, here the mind is fixed in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is a perfect example where lalasa mahi is also there, where the greed for attaining the lotus feet of Krishna has also been expressed. So three things are included in this prayer. That is why I intentionally told to sing this song, because yesterday is when we studied the submission where some prarthana, then expressing worthlessness, and also the halalasamai. All three are included. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dhanus Pranam.
You want to see
Mataji.
Janmadinamidam? Sing for Jumur.
No, Mataji, I don't know that song.
You don't know the song?
Yeah, Mataji.
Who knows the
Mataji,
song?
Mataji, I want to know about the Radha Ramanji deities description. Mukharvind S, Charan Kamal S, and
Lotus feet is Radha. First is Radha Madan Mohan, lotus feet. And the chest part is Radha Govind. And the Mukharavinda is Radha Gopinath. So Radha Raman, they depict three things. That is Sambandhadi Deva. Then you have Abhidyadi Deva and Prayojanadi Deva. Three things are there. So in one deity, all three are there. That has been given. Janmadinamidam ai priya sakhe
Chantanonute Pavashatayushi Punyakarmanam
Kantayamahe
Pavashatayushi Shi Ishvara Sada Tvam Cha Rakshatu Punyakarmanam Kirtimarjaya Jivanam Tava Bhavatu Sakam. Hare Krishna, Jumur Mataji, have a very, very, very spiritually elevated year. May God bless you always. You are at the feet of Narayani Mataji, so you are the most fortunate person. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We will have
Thank you.
darshan of Radha Govinji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jai Radha Govind ji ki jai ho.
Jai.
Moor Mataji, happy Krishna conscious birthday. Thank you.